Hi, Ian here from Domainer.com. Welcome to the first video in the Domain Dressing Mini-Series. Our first model on the catwalk for you today is MetaverseHeadsets.com. Now before I begin, there is a brief introduction to the mini-series, which if you've not seen, you're welcome to check out. The link is in the description below. Now over the course of the next few minutes, we'll be talking through MetaverseHeadsets.com and exactly what we're trying to achieve through bespoke design, SEO strategy, and also targeted business affiliations. What's the first thing that comes to mind when we hear the words MetaverseHeadsets.com? Well, I think we can all agree that anybody who knows the meaning of these words would picture a set of VR goggles. There is a method called the radio test that we use in the domain industry, which essentially relies on the pronunciation of the domain name to be enough for people to find that address effortlessly. For the best results with domain dressing, we must make sure that the dress fits the occasion. Therefore, MetaverseHeadsets.com will wear the most famous brands in the VR and AR industries and become affiliated with the proper crowd. Before I start to scroll, I'd like to acknowledge our banner at the top there. Once your premium name has a face to show the world, we'd be remiss not to try to monetize that with smart advertisements. The goals of the project should be clear from the beginning so that all dressing page accessories match the occasion. Due to the data we gathered beforehand, we were left with no doubt that at the moment MetaverseHeadsets.com has a huge empty gap to fill for its customers. So we decided to go for affiliate, presenting to the customer the top e-commerce websites through our filtered criteria, where people can find the most popular, different types of headsets. Our target market for this? The USA. So we jumped into broad keyword research on the topic, narrowing it down the funnel to 8 types of specific keywords along the way, sorting them by volume. So SEO brought us to this structure: general keywords, search by device, by brand, general topics, VR headsets people look for, games they play with VR headsets, and online shop they look for headsets. Each type of page, whether it's informational, affiliate, software as a service, etc., has a specific page structure, which usually doesn't change much due to UX. We do up-to-date research on the topic anyway, just to be clear about the current market picture. With MetaverseHeadsets.com, we simply followed the school books and the SEO drew it from there. The first step was to position the keywords with the highest volume in the headlines, following the engine's logic on finalizing the proper places around the page for each keyword. Based on these metrics, we finalized the content length and greenlit the actual SEO content creation with the ready-handed secondary keywords, where the next step of research lands in the content creator's lap. Last touches are aligning the overall voice, and since our target here is mainly visionaire techies, we slightly freed the advanced tech language. Afterwards, we're free to go on with on-page optimization. So here's a note to everybody looking to do their own projects. It's crucial not to miss optimizing the meta title, meta description, and the image titles properly as well. Unfortunately, there are lots of examples on the market where people seem oblivious to that. Now, you may all have been waiting for me to touch point the outstanding design. This one is meant to take you to another dimension and visually show you what metaverse headsets are here to do. The contrast between the dark background and soft pastel highlight colors feels magical. The easy-to-scan comparison table and tech specs overview elements are all you need to make an easy decision. Combining great visuals with functionality, Psychology confirms this website is the perfect match for anybody who's looking for that headset that will give them the best metaverse experience. Attempting to retain a wider audience and follow a general train of thought, we first define the general understanding of products we associate with the domain name, then proceed to list comprehensive data and specifications to eliminate unnecessary extra research by the visitors. By providing direct links to websites and product pages of the most prominent manufacturers of such headsets, we both increase credibility and nurture SEO with backlinks. Although sometimes a little redundant and sometimes not always read, the frequently asked questions section is still used as a legitimate SEO practice for the schema on most web pages. Depending on the specific topic, like metaverse for example, one day it's entirely possible that anybody asking the same question could end up reading one of Google's snippets with your answer. For anybody unfamiliar with what that is, let's take a look at the following example. Search engines love a genuine backstory as much as the rest of us, so we'd never hold back on an honest about us section, letting people know what drove this project to their screens. A domain name is just an address until you make it a home. In the last steps, we set up the performance tracking and organic rankings. Here's where the reality check really happens. After the thorough systematic tracking and analytics processing time, which can be a few months at least, we can then make an informed decision on whether it's wise to invest more in the domain at the moment, or it's better to continue with on or off page improvement and then trial the idea again. Or of course change it altogether if Google ranking is to be your main source of finance. Your projects and ideas, even the simplest ones, are still complex and need to be discussed from many angles with a professional before you take the next step. I do understand the frustration there, and so I strongly stand behind our free initial consultation. So don't hesitate, I don't bite. I'm only here to help your ideas flourish. Drop me a line at ian@domainer.com or directly reach out to me via the contact form at domainer.com. Anyway, guys, that was metaverseheadsets.com. Stay tuned for the next DDS domain we'll be presenting to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.